Good day, everyone. Today, I will be presenting on the plimsoll line and the length of register under the International Load Line Convention 1966, or ILLC 1966, and the International Tonnage Convention 1969, or ITC 1969. The United Nations plays a pivotal role in fostering international cooperation on maritime regulations through its specialized agencies, such as the International Maritime Organization, or IMO. The IMO is primarily responsible for developing and regulating international maritime conventions that govern global shipping operations, maritime safety, security, and environmental protection. Currently, the IMO administers approximately 68 international maritime conventions, covering various aspects of the shipping industry. In contrast, the International Labor Organization, or ILO, focuses on establishing international labor standards, particularly regarding the rights, welfare, living conditions, and working environment of seafarers worldwide. The ILO currently administers one major maritime labor convention, namely the Maritime Labor Convention 2006, or MLC 2006. Out of approximately 69 international maritime conventions developed under the IMO and ILO frameworks, Malaysia has ratified 31 conventions, 30 under the IMO and 1 under the ILO. Among the important conventions ratified by Malaysia are the International Convention on Load Lines 1966, ILLC 1966, the Protocol of 1988 relating to the ILLC 1966, Protocol 1988, and the International Convention on Tonnage Measurement of Ships 1969, ITC 1969. These conventions ensure ship safety, standardize load line requirements, and establish uniform methods for measuring ship tonnage in international shipping operations. The plimsoll line, also known as the load line mark, is regulated under the ILLC 1966. Its primary objective is to ensure that ships maintain adequate reserve buoyancy, structural integrity, and stability by preventing overloading through the assignment of maximum permissible loading limits. This system plays a crucial role in enhancing maritime safety and protecting ships operating under varying environmental and operational conditions. Similarly, the measurement of ship tonnage is governed by the ITC 1969, which establishes a uniform international system for determining gross tonnage and net tonnage (NT). These measurements are essential for ship registration, port dues calculation, regulatory compliance, and the application of international maritime conventions. Together, the ILLC and ITC form important technical pillars within the global maritime regulatory framework, administered primarily by the IMO. Importantly, both conventions adopt the same definition of a ship's length, commonly referred to as the registered length for convention purposes. The ship's length is defined as the greater of either the length between perpendiculars, LBP, or 96% of the length on the waterline, measured at 85% of the least molded depth, whichever is greater. This standardized definition ensures consistency in determining regulatory parameters related to load line assignment, tonnage measurement, and other statutory calculations required under international maritime law. Although these conventions operate within the broader United Nations framework, their technical implementation is primarily overseen by the IMO, while the ILO contributes separately through instruments such as the MLC 2006, focusing on seafarers' working and living conditions rather than ship loading limits or tonnage measurement. Collectively, these international instruments support safe, secure, and sustainable maritime transport, aligning with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly those related to global transport safety and environmental responsibility. The plimsoll line, also known as the load line, is a crucial safety feature in maritime transport. It indicates the maximum depth a ship can be loaded to, ensuring that the vessel retains sufficient buoyancy and stability, thus preventing overloading. The International Convention on Load Lines, ILLC, of 1966 was adopted on April 5, 1966, and entered into force internationally on July 21, 1968. Malaysia ratified the convention on January 12, 1971, and it came into force in Malaysia on April 12, 1971, as specified in Article 28 coming into force, which details the convention's commencement. Later, the 1988 protocol to the ILLC was introduced to standardize the survey and certification systems across major maritime conventions. This protocol came into force globally on February 3, 2000, while Malaysia ratified it on November 11, 2011, and it entered into force in Malaysia on February 11, 2012. This amendment introduced the Harmonized System of Survey and Certification, HSSC, allowing Malaysia to align its load line certification process with other conventions such as SOLAS and MARPOL, ensuring a more streamlined and efficient ship inspection and certification system. Under Regulation 2, Application of the Load Line Convention, Annex 1, all ships 24 meters and above in length are required to comply with load line regulations. This applies to cargo vessels, tankers, and passenger ships, with exemptions for warships, pleasure yachts not engaged in trade, and fishing vessels, as stated in Article 5, Exceptions. The Convention standardizes the calculation of freeboard, the vertical distance between the waterline and the deckline, to ensure ships maintain adequate reserve buoyancy, prevent water ingress, and enhance their seaworthiness. Historically, the concept of the load line was first introduced in the 19th century by Samuel Plimsoll, a British politician and reformer who fought against the perilous practice of overloading ships. His advocacy led to the Merchant Shipping Act of 1876, which mandated that all ships display a visible mark showing their safe loading limit. This mark, now known as the Plimsoll line, became an iconic symbol of maritime safety, saving countless lives. In Malaysia, load line regulations are governed by Part 6 of the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952, MSO 1952, titled Load Line and Loading. Section 311 of the MSO 1952, amended 2017, states that no Malaysian or British load line ship registered in the Federation can be loaded in such a manner that causes the load line mark on either side of the ship to become submerged when the vessel is upright in salt water. Violating this regulation can result in a fine of up to Rm 1,000, with an additional penalty for each inch or fraction by which the load line is submerged. If the submersion is caused by unavoidable weather conditions or circumstances beyond control, it may be considered a valid defense, though authorities retain the right to detain the vessel until it complies with regulations, as stated in Section 311(5). For passenger ships, Section 312 introduces the subdivision load line based on the ship's design and watertight compartments, ensuring stability and buoyancy even in emergencies. Overloading beyond this line is a serious violation, subject to the same penalties outlined in Section 311, including fines and potential detention. Section 3717 stipulates that no ship shall depart without a valid load line certificate verifying compliance. The ship's master must present this certificate before departure. Failure to do so may result in a fine of up to Rm 1,000, and the ship may be detained until the certificate is provided. Furthermore, Section 81 of the MSO 1952 mandates that shipowners ensure the latest Malaysian legislation, conventions, and notices are available on board, with non-compliance punishable by a fine of up to Rm 25,000 per vessel. To enforce these requirements, Malaysia's Marine Department issues Malaysia Shipping Notices, MSNs. Key notices include MSN 47-2008, Implementation of the Load Lines, 1966, MSN 01-2013, Harmonized System of Survey and Certification, HSSC, MSN 10-2008, Stability and Trim Information. The Plimsoll mark consists of a disc with a horizontal line through its center, indicating the maximum draft a ship may safely reach when fully loaded. Surrounding the disc are horizontal seasonal load lines, labeled TF, FT, SW, WNA, which account for water density and temperature variations. The mark must be clearly painted on both the port and starboard sides at midship, ensuring visibility for inspectors. Each load line mark includes a symbol identifying the recognized organization, RO, or authority responsible for certifying the ship. For Malaysian-flagged ships, the letters KM represent Karajan, Malaysia, indicating the Marine Department Malaysia has issued or authorized the load line certificate. ships engaged in international voyages are certified by recognized organizations approved by the Malaysia Marine Department. These organizations conduct surveys, assign load lines, and issue statutory certificates under Malaysia's authorization. As of the latest approval by the Malaysia Marine Department, there are 11 recognized organizations, ROs, authorized to perform statutory certification and survey functions for Malaysian registered vessels. These organizations are American Bureau of Shipping, ABS, Bureau Veritas, BV, China Classification Society, CCS, Det Norske Veritas Germanischer Lloyd, DNV, Indian Register of Shipping, IRS, Korean Register of Shipping, Lloyd's Register, LR, Nippon Kaiji Kyokai, Class NK, Registro Italiano Navale, RINA, Ship Classification Malaysia, SCM, MY Classification SDN BHD, MY. These organizations play a critical role in ensuring the safety and compliance of vessels through their surveys, certifications, and assignments of load lines. These ROs ensure load line assignments, issue certificates, conduct surveys under the HSSC, and verify compliance with international conventions like SOLAS, MARPOL, and the ILLC. Ships display the RO's class mark alongside the Plimsoll symbol, guaranteeing transparency and traceability in inspections. Ultimately, the load line is more than a painted mark. It is a legal, technical, and moral safeguard. Together with the MSO 1952, the ILLC 1966, 1988, and MSNs, it ensures vessels never exceed safe operational limits. Through enforcement by the Marine Department Malaysia and its ROs, every voyage begins with responsibility, compliance, and respect for the Plimsoll line, keeping vessels safe and afloat.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.